All right. I think we are live. So, hey everyone, it is Thursday, September 16th, 2021. This is DeFi Talks with DeFi Dad. I am joined today by Sharlyn Wu, who is a core contributor of AladdinDAO. We're going to talk about this new protocol in DAO, which really has this mission of helping anyone, whether you're a new or old yield farmer, to find what are the best yields, but what are the best risk-adjusted potential returns, and really what is the longest, most sustainable yields available. So that's the mission of the DAO. It just recently launched. There's also a liquidity mining program we'll talk about. But otherwise, yeah, Sharlyn, welcome to the show. How are you doing? Thanks for joining me.
Hi, DeFi Dad, and thanks for having me.
Awesome. Hello. Yeah. We have, of course, we're talking several minutes here before we get started, the usual thing. So then I come out and pretend like we haven't spoken to each other. But Sharlyn, why don't we start with the obvious about your background? Like you've been in crypto for a long time. You've been contributing long before this. So yeah, can you talk about how did you get into crypto, and then maybe a little bit about like what got you interested in DeFi?
Okay. So I actually come from a traditional finance background, and so I started my career as investment banker with UBS, and then I moved on to leading fintech and blockchain investment with China Merchant Bank. So for people who don't know, it's like the JP Morgan in China, and then I moved into crypto, dropped into the rabbit hole, and just since then, and then I was chief investment officer for a leading Asian crypto exchange, and so think about how to change the finance, how finance works and asset management works is a question I've been thinking over many years. So I started to dedicate all my time to build AladdinDAO since early this year, and so luckily we form a great team, and we have got a great bunch of supporters from a number of core contributors from investors, and also the developers and many community members, and help us and to build AladdinDAO, and here we are.
Yeah. So I tried to summarize it, but let's talk about like what's the problem that AladdinDAO is trying to solve? Like, I guess, like, what was the problem that you saw in the DeFi landscape that said to you, okay, there's something here that we can do to help fix that?
Yeah, I think DeFi has experienced tremendous growth, and this growth has also generated a lot of junk. So from where I sit, I have come across so many investors, and average investors, retail investors, institutions who are new to the space. They just have no idea where to start and what to do. So I think there is a lot of noises in the space, and we need to and it's really bad information asymmetry out there. And so AladdinDAO is built to help better structure that information, and try to separate signals from noises, and to help the broader community to optimize asset allocations, and also provide better support, liquidity, and community support to the good projects that really create value for DeFi community in general.
Yeah. I mean, like, we're going to show it off here, but like the end result of all of the effort in AladdinDAO is you end up having a dashboard with maybe like, who knows how many in the future, but let's say 10 or 12 of the best yield farms, which so, full disclosure, I am clearly involved in AladdinDAO. I am, helping to curate and find these farms. The reason that it resonated with me when you originally, reached out to me was I spend so much time trying to help with this information asymmetry. You know, like I'm trying to tweet daily about new farms that I'll find. I'm writing tutorials in a lot of different places like the Defiant. And then obviously we're doing live streams and creating like custom video tutorials, but I can't keep up with it. You know, I'm obviously not, like, I'm just one person. There's lots of other people in the community doing this as well. So this is interesting because you're basically bringing together and incentivizing a community that is tokenized to help find the best farms and then provide that information, you know, free of charge, put it up on a dashboard, let folks be able to see what those potential yields are and decide for themselves, of course, make their own financial decisions, because none of this is investment advice. So reminder, if you see a farm on AladdinDAO, obviously that doesn't mean that we are advising you to put your money in it. But our goal as the AladdinDAO community is to help you identify what are potentially places that might be earning higher yield, that's longer term in terms of the opportunity, something that's not going to be fleeting. Like, we're not going to be seeing farms go up that last 3 days. We're looking for stuff that lasts weeks and months potentially. And then, of course, looking for farms that are battle tested, audited, you know, arguably and provably safer than other farms. What separates, though, I guess, like, how do you think about this, Sharlyn? What separates AladdinDAO from other investment DAOs or even yield aggregators? Someone this week was asking me, like, you know, isn't this thing just like Yearn? And I'm like, no, we might show Yearn farms eventually on the AladdinDAO dashboard. But the goal is not to compete at all with a Yearn. Like, we're not coming up with novel strategies. So anyways, how do you think about the difference between AladdinDAO and what already exists?
Yeah, I think it's very different. It comes from AladdinDAO's philosophy. I think we are a bunch of long-term thinkers, including you, DeFi Dad, right? So when we come to you know, liquidity mining, so we fundamentally think that farming assets, you know, with most growth potential, is much better strategy than just farm and dump. So AladdinDAO's mechanism design is actually to incentivize pool members to select the quality assets with most promising growth potentials and can run on sustainable basis. And so if you see us as a fund, our strategy is actually long only. AladdinDAO actually farm and hold, right? That's the key difference. And also, right, it's decentralized decision making, right? So, you know, we all know there's, you know, benefit for centralized decision making, right? It's very efficient, but you know, there's obvious merit for decentralized decision making as well. Just, you know, given how multidisciplinary and, you know, the nature of crypto investment, and everything runs on global scale, so, you know, we bring people from all different backgrounds with different expertise and perspective together. So collectively, we get to see, you know, potentially we get to see all the opportunities in the market and have the capability to assess all the opportunities from all possible angles, and help projects to build a truly global community as well. So it's a very different platform from yield aggregator. We are actually, you know, is a farm aggregator. And I think just to answer the second question you asked, how AladdinDAO is different from the other investment DAO in the market, is I think, you know, there are many wonderful investment DAO in the market, like Metacatel, the law, right? They have a wonderful group of professional people and investing together. I think AladdinDAO takes on a very different vision, right? So we are a group of people, right, who have the know-how and the capabilities across the different perspective and metrics. We not only want to invest for ourselves, we actually want to serve the general broader community, right? So we help to structure the information in the space and to, you know, provide, you know, this curation services across yield farms and to help the community to you know, to minimize information asymmetry and then help the community to optimize asset allocations overall. And besides, so we aim to gamify the DAO, right? So we have the Boule members, they actually compete with each other under this game theoretical mechanism, right, to select the best assets possible.
Yeah. So the Boule, which is like an ancient Greek term, so you can imagine eventually we'll have 30 members in total. Is that it, Sharlyn? About 30?
Yeah, we had 40 plus running for the Boule, and going to kick off the election. I think we probably will come down to 30.
Yeah. So you've got AladdinDAO where everyone is in Discord and able to contribute in some manner, but there is this elected position where you are working with 30, 40 other folks, and the goal is to identify these best farms, and again, the goal is for these to be longer term opportunities, which I think is really a big differentiator amidst all the fleeting opportunities that will last for a few days in DeFi. And then you as a researcher, curator, those people are incentivized because they're earning we'll call it like a performance fee. And so you want to put up farms that earn for a longer time and earn more yield for AladdinDAO members. But then at the same time, and we can now talk through this, here we go. So at Aladdin.club, this is the website, and I'm going to actually hop over to, let me go ahead and hop to the actual app here. So I'm going to click the start button in the middle there, but I just put in the URL, and here we go. Just make sure everybody can see this okay. Yep, here we go. So the AladdinDAO app, this is where you would ultimately see in the future, maybe 10 or 12 farms. Could be, in this case, we've only got 4 to start. And the idea then is that someone can quickly find great opportunities to participate in. Now, what you see here, if we look at let's say the, if we look at just the Curve Ren WBTC vault, this is, in this case, this is no different than something you would zap into on Zapper, whether you would enter it through Curve's application. And so this is potentially value already that the community can gain from the DAO. I mean, you could just pop in, see the farms, and go do your thing. But there is an incentive then to participate through AladdinDAO. So if I have already added liquidity to that pool, I can stake it here in this example with the Curve Ren WBTC pool. Now I'm earning the Curve governance token. I'm also earning the usual trading fees, but then I can hop over to the staking tab here. So those were the vaults, which there were 4 of. Now we've got the opportunity to stake that ALD Curve Ren WBTC token. So long story short, I am earning, in this case, if we go back to this, these are the estimated APYs that one earns by participating in AladdinDAO, because you're earning the Aladdin ALD token, which is our native governance token, and ultimately gives you a voice in future upgrades and proposals in the AladdinDAO. So, anyways, you can take a look, depending on what assets someone holds, then you can start to think about, whether any of these opportunities make sense to you. But that's the incentive on the farming side. And then again, we talked about the performance fee for those that are curating and researching to find these farms and put these up. Sharlyn, what else are we missing here on the app? Is there anything else to call out in terms of how this works?
What do you mean?
I think this, another thing I left out there, this is a 4-week program that just kicked off, the liquidity mining program, right? So that is right now, there's higher yields on these because there's more of the token being distributed to those who are early participants and supporters of this. Liquidity mining will continue after that 4-week mark. It's just that, per usual, less of the token will be rewarded for those participating. And then the yield rewards will decrease by 20% each year thereafter. So typical sort of inflation rate, it decreases over time. But yeah, anything else here, Sharlyn, to call out on the application side?
Yeah, I think, we try to be, the platform for one-stop liquidity mining for all DeFi users, right? So, not everyone is vision, not everyone is, sophisticated, venture investor. So you have, a bunch of really smart DeFi big brains work for you tirelessly. And, most importantly, their incentives is, totally, tied up with how much profit they can generate for Aladdin users for long term. And 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 yeah, so hopefully this can help many people solve the the problem they get into DeFi, and that if lets people get rug pulled because of what we do at AladdinDAO, I think that will make all the efforts worthwhile.
Yeah. Yeah. And also just to point out some of the traction so far. So this program started about a week ago. There's a little over 700 million in total value locked. I'd say having been, very active the last several weeks with others that are helping to curate these farms. Man, if you want to interact with like some of the smartest people, and I would say more like some of the best experts, I have learned so much in these Discord meetings, YouTube live streams, just general meetings with others in AladdinDAO. Sharlyn and other core contributors have worked very hard to recruit some of the most like active DeFi yield farmers. So, for what it's worth, I have I've gotten off multiple calls and said like, holy cow, like I had never met VFAT, for example, who's an anonymous contributor who has helped so many people to understand the yields in all the different farms available in DeFi. And he was one person in particular that really stuck out that I was able to learn quite a bit from. So end of day, if you want to learn about DeFi, if you want to learn about new yields, if you want to learn about new trends, this is a really enthusiastic group of people to get to know.
Yep.
Sharlyn, I guess, I think we just about covered everything. Is there anything else you think folks should know about AladdinDAO?
Yeah, I think the community should check out the research meetings we had and all these brilliant Boule candidates and the presentations, and participate in liquidity mining. And we will kick off the Boule election process on 24th of September. So vote for the Boule candidates you like. Vote, for the people who you want to allocate this capital.
Yeah, the candidates that are participating, the candidates that would like to be a part of this like elected group that's curating farms for that dashboard, there's been a lot that's going on behind the scenes. We've been live streaming research meetings and just showing off, the type of thinking I think that different individuals would bring to the DAO. So anyways, it's been a great experience for me. And, just reminder, this is purely for informational purposes. Please do not take any of this as like an endorsement or recommendation to buy the Aladdin token or any tokens mentioned in this live stream. But anyways, I hope folks can take advantage of this. And like I said, get to learn more about DeFi. Sharlyn, thanks for joining. I guess remind them to follow AladdinDAO on Twitter, follow you as well on Twitter. And then, yeah, there's the link to AladdinDAO, which is just aladdin.club. That also has a link to the Discord if you want to get involved in the community. And then if you enjoyed this, of course, you can subscribe at DeFiDad.com. But Sharlyn, thanks so much. And yeah, any last words before we go?
And join us at Discord and vote with the community. And thank you so much for having me.
Awesome. Yeah, thanks for joining, everyone. We'll I'll be back next week with a new interview, and if you're looking for a new tutorial, I just posted one on Smart Alpha by Barnbridge, which is a product that lets you pool risk and express your view of the market, whether you're bearish or bullish. So check that out at DeFiDad.com. Sharlyn, I'm just going to end the broadcast. We'll be in a virtual room in just a sec. So bye, everyone. Thanks so much.